Hey, what's up, everybody? Iann Robinson here for the new episode of Dude, That's Awesome. Pointing to the graphics, because I'm very impressed with our graphics people. You can't see the whole team that really makes up our show, but there's at least 3 of them, and they're awesome. So what am I here for? I am here to talk about the Avengers. I went out and saw it, was really excited, was like, yeah, it's Avengers time, it's time to assemble. Sat down, watched the film, and it sucks. Real bad. Like, it's hard to believe that the same filmmakers that made the wonderful original made this one. It is a bloated mess. It's just a mess. There's no other word for it. You watch it and go, this is a mess. You know, I'm a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I didn't love the Iron Man films, but I thought they were okay. But I'm one of the losers that liked the Hulk with Ed Norton. And I really loved the Avengers. And I loved Guardians of the Galaxy. I was really super excited for this. And it feels like no one cared, like no one loved it enough or wanted to make a great film. First problem is these weird subplots that go nowhere. Like, okay, Thor is in it, and at some point Thor decides to have a vision, so he goes into a natural bath of some kind to find out something that we're never really told what he's supposed to be finding out. So you don't care. And like Stellan Skarsgård shows up just as a cameo, but he doesn't ever need to be there. And then there's the twins, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. The 2 actors, first of all, do the worst Russian accents since Yakov Smirnoff.
Didn't see that coming?
And they serve no purpose in the film at all. Other than to introduce 2 new characters or to do one of these to the guys who are making the X-Men, they absolutely serve no purpose. Now, probably the biggest problem with the entire film is Ultron, because he fails pretty much unilaterally across the board as a villain. Now, originally I had heard that Thanos was supposed to be the big bad. That would have made more sense because Ultron doesn't really do anything. The first problem is that whoever decided that he should have his lips move should be slapped severely about the head and face in front of people that he cares about or she cares about, because it doesn't work. Every time you see it, you can tell it's animation and it takes you right out of the film. Now, the second problem, it's not really totally their fault because no one really knew that Blacklist was going to be a super popular show, but James Spader doesn't even attempt to make Ultron a different character. He's just Raymond Reddington from Blacklist, but as a super giant pissed off robot. And that's it. So you're just kind of, again, taken out of the film. Third, Ultron's has all these like wacky, nuanced, sarcastic remarks he makes, which makes no sense.
Nobody has to break anything.
Clearly, you've never made an omelet.
A brand new AI that's never experienced anything around him, I can understand him learning intellect or having a God complex or being able to speak or relate to one another or relate to us as people, but to have sarcastic nuances and have wacky one-liners totally takes you out of the film. The script is poorly written. All the jokes seem really forced. There's this terribly uncomfortable and unnecessary romance between the Hulk and Black Widow that serves really no purpose other than to make us sad at the end of the film. But you're not really sad, you're just like, what the hell was that all about? And there's a horrible thing with Hawkeye that I won't even get into because it's kind of a spoiler, but it's really stupid. The pacing of the film is awful. It's like, then it gets really slow, and then it goes really fast, and then it gets, and it's paced like that through the entire movie. So you have bad subplots that don't go anywhere. You have things that aren't developed, relationships that mean nothing, character entrances and exits that serve no purpose, an overall villain that kind of fails, and so you're just left watching nothing. Like, it just felt unloved. It felt undeveloped. It felt like Joss Whedon succumbed to the pressure of these films and decided, you know what, I don't care anymore. I'm going to throw everything I can all at once, and hopefully everybody will be like, there's so much happening, that they're excited about it. I don't know. For me, Avengers Age of Ultron was an absolute failure across the board, and it was really disappointing. I'm hoping that, well, I don't put a lot of faith in Ant-Man to right these wrongs, but maybe that'll be better. The Fantastic Four has got nothing really to do with this, so that's not going to help. But I'm hoping as things go on, Black Panther and the next Guardians of the Galaxy, things will even out, and we'll be back psyched for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because right now it seems very shaky, especially because the Avengers is just a terrible film. Now, I won't give you any spoilers. I will solve one mystery for you just so you don't waste your time waiting to the very last end credit to pass. The Spider-Man thing that we've seen isn't real. Doesn't happen. Don't worry about it. Don't stay. The right after credits thing, It has to do with Thanos, and even in that, Thanos is wacky. Like the biggest badass in all of the galaxy, and he's, one-liners. It doesn't work. So, on the dude that's awesome scale, unfortunately, Avengers gets a big thumbs down. I'm kind of brokenhearted about it, but I'll survive. Anyway, for dude that's awesome, Iann Robinson. Check us out next time when we're probably going to open a box or talk about something cool. Later.